Hey, welcome to Slay the Spire. Today playing the daily challenge for August 30th, 2025. The character the Ironclad and the modifier Chimera is starting deck as a fusion of all characters. Certain feature the map contains only one path, and terminal, whenever you enter a new room, lose 1 max HP. Set each combat with 5 plated armor. No family names in the top 20. I'm playing a little earlier than I usually do. I see Cyberfox here with 1057. Alright, a lot of ties because of certain future. There's also Alex here with 1009. Alright, let's get started, see what I can do here. So first let's review the Chimera deck. We start with the Bash, Survivor, Zap, and Eruption, then 3 strikes and 3 defense. The Eruption might be a little tough because once I enter Wrath I won't be able to exit it. As always with certain future there's 1 elite, Guardian at the end, so Eruption might be a problem. I'm not sure if I should upgrade the Eruption. I always upgrade Eruption, but I'm not sure if that works in this case. Let's play the Bash here, hoping to get some good attacks out. You know what? I can do Eruption Strike because any attack card next turn while I'm in Wrath should be enough to be able to kill. Beautiful. Alright, Bloodletting, Shrug It Off, Cleave. I wouldn't mind a good defensive card, but Cleave is also really good. Let's take the Cleave for EU damage. I think at this point I need more damage cards. Alright, got my first Curse, the Regret, as well as a bunch of gold. Okay. I do think just based on the... Here, let's do Eruption Strike. Just based on the scores, I don't think getting Curse is possible because I would have expected higher scores with that. Alright, no, I guess we'll find out. We got a Speed Potion, True Grit, Pummel Strike, Blood for Blood. I think I'll take another attack with Pummel Strike. Alright. Hopefully I'll have a good elite for that. Alright, so here... I will accept some damage, right? I'm gonna risk... Let's do Eruption, then Pummel Strike. So I'll take a little bit of damage, but I heal back 6 at the end anyway, and I should be able to kill this guy with any attack. Beautiful. Alright, Reckless Charge, Intimidate, Uppercut. Okay, last attack card. I think going forward I should try to pick up some defenses because I picked up a lot of attack cards now. Let's do Uppercut and, yeah, Survivor. Okay. Another 12. Yeah, I guess I'll have to accept damage here. Let's do Bash, Pummel Strike, and yeah, I was worried that it would draw the Eruption. Probably shouldn't play the Pummel Strike. It's fine, because I think I should be able to kill here. Beautiful. Alright. Got a Distill Chaos Potion, and yes, Flame Barrier. Great defensive card. Okay. Alright, Sentries here. Yeah, having the Eruption is a problem, right? Let's do Flame Barrier and Zap. I do have the Distill Chaos, but it might be difficult to defend against 18. I also have a Speed Potion I might consider using. Alright, yeah, wow. Okay, I think the only hope I have is to drink the Speed Potion, then the Distill Chaos Potion. I place a Defend, Cleave, and another Defend. Okay, that allows me to be fully defended. Beautiful. Let's do Pummel Strike, and then 2 regular strikes. Okay. Alright, so that's enough block this turn. Next turn I should be able to get rid of this guy fairly easily. Alright. Yeah, let's do an Uppercut, and then Zap. Ugh, can I deal 15 damage and also defend by 10? That might be a challenge. 18. I have Flame Barrier and Defend. Okay, that is enough. Beautiful. Alright, so just need a little bit of damage here. Yeah, let's do Pummel Strike. Oof. Next turn, I do have 1 defend next turn. Yeah, so let's just do a Bash here. Okay, I think I should be fine. I mean, it's fine to use the potions, all the potions so far, because I'm hoping to get more potions before the next boss. And it's important to perfect everything as much as you can with certain features, especially, right? Alright, beautiful. Okay, got Tornithopter. Whenever you use a potion, heal 5 HP, as well as a Blessing of the Forge, and probably not the Clash. Do I want Entrench? Would be better if it was upgraded. I don't really want Warcry either. Let's take the Entrench and hope I can upgrade it soon. I also have a Blessing of the Forge, right? Worst case. Alright, Cleave is 16 plus 9. Yeah, see if the Eruption was upgraded. Fine, let's just do Flame Barrier and Cleave. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that Eruption upgraded earlier rather than later. Here I can get rid of this guy with Uppercut and Pummel Strike. Okay. And then with Weakness, 15 incoming, that is a lot. Let's do Defend and Trench. That way I don't take any damage, although I do take damage from the Regret. Okay. Another 17. Let's do Strike and Flame Barrier. Okay. And I'll just need a little bit of damage. Pummel Strike is enough. Beautiful. Alright, Disarm, Twin Strike, Shrug It Off. Disarm is great if I can draw it early enough against the upcoming boss. I actually would love to get that upgraded too. Here, let's do Uppercut and Disarm. Okay. Yeah, I think with the Disarm and the Plate Armor, I should be fine against the upcoming boss. Alright, here, let's do Flame Barrier and Pummel Strike. Okay. Yeah, that regret is a little annoying, and I'm also starting to get doubts that I might be able to get curses. That might be very difficult to pull off. Theoretically possible, but very difficult. Okay. And then here, cleave is enough. Beautiful. Alright, Pummel, Thunderclap, Barricade. Barricade is really tempting, especially with an Entrench. But no, I will try to go for Popper. Pummel would be better if I had Strength, so I think I'll take the Thunderclap for the vulnerability. Okay. Yeah, I got Lantern Stage come with additional energy. Beautiful. And here, I think I'll give it an upgrade, the Eruption. Yeah, I'll upgrade the Disarm before the boss before the boss fight, but let's get the Eruption upgraded first. Alright, here I got the Slaver again. Let's do Thunderclap, Strike. I can play everything thanks to the Lantern. Okay. And then here, Flamebeard and Cleave is enough. Yeah, extra energy would be great to have too, right? Alright, 7. I think I'll risk Eruption and Uppercut. That's enough. Beautiful. Alright, Inflame, Spot Weakness, Thunderclap. Oof. Inflame or Spot Weakness? Spot Weakness is inconsistent, so I think I'll take the Inflame. Okay. And then here, not a huge fan of anything. Carnage is interesting. It does deal a lot of damage. Let's say Carnage. Let's take Akabiko. First attack each combat does 8 additional damage. There's no reason not to go for Collector Monsters, but I haven't seen any good duplicates yet. So I'm not sure if I should. Dreamcatcher is probably not necessary. I wouldn't mind a potion. Let's take the Colorless Potion, and it's going to be really hard to get like shiny with certain future, right? So I don't think I'll focus too much on Relic. Let's grab the Sword Boomerang and the armaments too. Yeah, I think that's enough. Let's save the gold for next shop. I am guaranteed, with certain future, I'm guaranteed 1 shop on each act. Alright, so here with Akabiko, actually I can just do Strike and Uppercut. I should have done the Inflame first. Forgot that I had extra energy with the Lantern. Alright, here I don't think I can do Eruption, right? Let's just do Bash and Thunderclap. Okay. And then just need a few more damage cards or a Carnage. Beautiful. Alright, we got a Swift Potion, Cleave, Anger, Rage. Rage is pretty good. Let's take it. Could have taken a second Cleave. I am still thinking of going for Highlander, or at least attempting to. Alright, so here, let's do Rage. Actually, I'm going to upgrade the Rage. Alright. Then do Inflame, and then deal 28 damage on one of the Spike Slimes. Okay. I'm going to be Beacon next turn, although I do have a Cleave still, right? Yeah, I can't really do Eruption here. Yeah, let's do Strike, Defend, and Zap. Okay. Alright, taking a little bit of damage. Actually, more importantly, losing Plated Armor, which is going to be frustrating. And then no Cleave yet. Let's do Pummel Strike, Thunderclap, and then a Strike to avoid taking... Actually, I should have done Sword Boomerang, right? That would have been very likely to get rid of this guy. Alright, still no Cleave. Okay. Yeah, fine. Didn't even need that Cleave. Got a Speed Potion, which I think... Oof. I might need against the Guardian. Let me get rid of the Upgrade Potion. Take the Speed Potion instead. Alright, and then here I already have this. I don't really want this, and I don't really want this either, so I think this is the first card I'll skip. And then here, let's upgrade that Disarm. Really hoping I can get it early enough. That would be great if I get in the first 2 turns. Actually, I guess first 3 turns. Alright, let's do Inflame, Thunderclap, and Cleave. Okay. I should be able to fairly easily transform, right? Just need 10 damage. Yeah, so let's do... how about I'll just do Strike... Wait. Yeah, let's do Strike and then Carnage. Okay, this is also good because that way I don't lose the Carnage. And then here, did not get the Disarm yet. Let's do Flame Barrier and Zap. Okay. Would really appreciate that Disarm showing up anytime soon. Thank you. Alright. It alone is not going to be enough. Actually, yeah, I can do armaments, but then unfortunately nothing else, which is fine. I'm still full defended. That's all I wanted. Alright, here I only have 8 incoming. I have Flame Barrier, which is great. Let's do Flame Barrier Thunderclap. Okay. So the enemy takes 16 damage on itself. That's good. And then, yeah, I can't do Eruption. Let's do Zap, Strike. I'll force a transformation. I think I'll wait. I'm not sure why I'm waiting. Yeah, there's no good reason to wait, right? Yeah, I guess there's no good reason to wait. I could have just transformed that turn. It's fine. Alright, 6 incoming. Let's do Survivor. I would love to... Actually, I can't play the Carnage, right? Should I do Uppercut? Let's Survivor out the Carnage. That way I don't lose it and then play the Uppercut. Okay. It's not the weakness this turn. It's the weakness next turn that might help. Yeah, so here I have to defend only against 6, which I can do with the armaments. I could also do another Uppercut, but no, this time let's do the Carnage for 45 damage. That's a good amount. Alright, another 8. Let's do Thunderclap, Cleave, and Defend. Okay. Yeah, without the disarm I had, I would have a lot of trouble. This way, it is pretty doable. Let's do Pummel Strike, a regular strike, and that's enough. Awesome. Alright, perfect everything so far. We got a Blood Potion, which I'll skip. Feed is really tempting, but with Terminal, it's almost impossible to get well fed unless I aggressively use it in every fight. So yeah, let's skip this one and go for Pauper. Alright, second curse here, Column Bell, up and pick up between unique curse and 3 relics. That's kind of nice. We got Curse of the Bell and Smiling Mask. The Merchant's Card Room Service now always costs 50 gold. Meat on the Bone, if your HP is added below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12 HP. And Calipers, that's actually really nice. At the start of your turn, lose 50 block rather than all of your block. Okay. Yeah, having that Calipers should help me a lot. Alright, as always, one lead. And also, this time, an early shop, unfortunately. A good thing I didn't spend all my gold at the last shop. Alright, so here, again, really tempted to do Eruption, but no, I'll do Uppercut, Cleave, and should I do Defend? Let's do Defend to avoid having the Shell Parasite heal itself. Alright, 12 incoming, let's do Inflame. Sword Boomerang, I kind of want to play Defend here. Let's do Sword Boomerang, and then a Defend. Okay. Alright, another 12, Disarm is great. Let's see what the Pummel Strike gives me. A block card, it did, beautiful. That regard might get a little annoying. I have to figure out a way to handle it. 7 incoming. I guess I could do Flame Barrier. No, let's do Carnage and a Strike. Again, I'll accept a little bit of damage. I am lacking damage cards. If I can't enter Wrath, that is going to be a problem, right? Let's do Armaments, the Uppercut, and then play that. Okay. Alright, hopefully the Vulnerability would help if I get good attack cards this turn. Cleave, Strike 1, Strike 2. Beautiful. Alright, we got an Essence of Steel potion, which, yeah, let's take the True Grit first, and then I think I'll take the Essence of Steel over the Speed potion. Might be really powerful. Alright, here, I was thinking of going for Highlander. I pivot for collector bonuses. I'll make it easier to get curses, but no, I think I'll stick with Highlander for now. Also losing, I'm not sure if I needed the bite, and losing the max HP might have been annoying. Should I risk Eruption here? Let's do Inflame, Eruption, Cleave, and Strike. If I get the Carnage next turn, that should be enough, otherwise I have 20 incoming. Bash is not enough. And upgrading that is not going to help, right? That's a bummer. What if I defend here? What if I upgrade the Entrench, play the Defend, and then Entrench? That way I'm fully defended here. And then I still need to deal 30 damage, so I'm looking for that Carnage. Thank you, game. Alright, beautiful. Okay, got a Liquid Bronze Potion, which I'll skip. Sword Boomerang, Cleave, Sever Soul. Already have these two. I guess I'll take the Sever Soul. Will help with the fact that I already have 2 curses. Preserved Insect, beautiful. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP. There's also a Block Potion that is tempting. But I think I'll take a Dropkick and Shockwave. Those go well together. And let's also grab a Ghostly Armor. Okay. Alright, so got the Cultists here. Yeah, I can do Uppercut and Dropkick. Okay. And then let's do another Bash here. Okay, not the best start, but it's fine. 18 incoming. Let's do Rage, Cleave. That's enough to get rid of this guy. And then Pummel Strike. And I am almost fully defended. Let's do a Zap here. I'll accept 1 damage. I think that's fine. 18 again. Sever Soul is only 16. Let's do True Grit, a Strike, and then do Sever Soul. Okay. Alright, definitely taking a little bit more damage than I'd like here. Alright, there's a Carnage. Yeah, I think I have to do Carnage, and then let's Survivor to defend. Still losing 1 HP, though. Alright, and then here, yeah, see, I can't do Eruption. Let's do Disarm, Shockwave. Unfortunately, I have to accept a bunch of damage here. At least the enemy's vulnerable, so that should help. I can do a free Dropkick. So this would be 24 with the Eruption. That's enough. Beautiful. Alright, Infernal Blade, Carnage, and Kinesis. Already have this. I think I'll take the Infernal Blade. That might give me a good attack card, and I'm a little low on attacks at the moment. 12 incoming. Let's see what the Infernal Blade gives me. Heavy Blade. Yeah, it's not affected by Vigor, right? Unfortunately. Let's do Ghostly Armor. I am kind of tempted to just defend. Let me do True Grit and Survivor. And then let me see what the Colorless Potion gives me. Direct Entrance, Panache, or Chrysalis. Let's play the Chrysalis. 2 Exhumes and a Bloodletting. Yeah, I'm not sure if I really need those Exhumes, but I'll take them. Alright, so here, let's do Inflame. Sword Boomerang is a lot of damage, but it's not enough to defend, right? Let me see if I can draw something. No, didn't draw any defensive cards. That's a bummer. So 10, 14. There's nothing I can do, right? Alright, let's do Inflame, Sword Boomerang. Alright, Bloodletting. Then, I kind of want to do Sever Soul to avoid taking damage from the curse. Yeah, so I have 10, I need 18. If I had weakness or something like that, then the Essence of Steel would make sense. But it doesn't at the moment. Or if I had a disarm, that would have been even better. Let's do an uppercut here. Yeah, that disarm will help a lot. I just wish I had a little sooner. Here I think I'll just do Flame Barrier and Cleave. Okay. So the enemy will take a bunch of damage there, and I just need 14 damage myself. Yeah, bummer. Missed the perfect on this one. Got Sharon's Ashes. When you exhaust the card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Wild Strike, Searing Blow, Armaments. Already have this. I'm not a huge fan of Wild Strike, but let's take it. It might be better than nothing, I guess. Alright, Centurion missing. No way to get Overkill here, right? Let's do Shockwave, Ghostly Armor, and then get rid of the Regret. Okay. Alright, both are vulnerable. That's good. 15 incoming. Alright, let's do Akibiko Cleave. Okay. Then Wild Strike. And I guess I'll do a Defend to avoid taking too much damage. Okay. Alright, Loss of Intangibility. Let's do Sever Soul for 24. And then a Strike. Almost enough. Okay. And then another 21 Carnage. And a Strike is enough. Beautiful. I got a Fear Potion, Headbutt, Twin Strike, Havoc. Sometimes I have enough strength for the Twin Strike to be worth it. Okay. Right, here I got the Shelled Parasite. Yeah, barely any good defensive cards here, right? I think I'll do... Let's do Thunderclap, Pommel Strike, see if that gives me something good. Not really. Wild Strike and Survivor. Preserve some of my plate armor at least. Okay. Another 10. Too bad the enemy's not vulnerable. Let's upgrade... the Carnage, play that, and then I'll only take 1 damage here. Not counting the damage from the Regret, of course. Okay. Yeah, I can't do Eruption here, unfortunately. Let's do Ghostly Armor, True Grit, and then Defend. Okay. Right. And then here, Sever Soul is only 16. Yeah, this is the problem. Let's do Shockwave. I think I'll accept the damage here, then do Sword Boomerang. Okay. Alright, backline is guaranteed not to attack. Can I focus on the Shell Parasite here? Let's see what the Infernal Blade gives me. Searing Blow. That's not that great. Let's do Cleave. Oh, I can't do Uppercut anymore. Alright, I'll do Disarm. That is enough. Thanks to Sharon's Ashes. Okay, beautiful. Anger, Reckless Charge, or Exhume. I can't take the Exhume. Probably don't want the Reckless Charge. Let's take the Anger. Okay. And then here I got Mob Bank. Whenever you climb the floor, gain 12 gold. No longer to spend any gold at a shop. Okay. And could have had 2 collectibles already, but I will risk it and skip. Okay, next upgrade. I think that should be the Armaments to upgrade everything else. And I think after that I'll upgrade the Rage. Okay. Alright, Snake Plant. This one might be a challenge. 21 incoming. Well, let's do Akibiko Twin Strike first. I think I'll True Grit the Dropkick and then just play the Carnage. Okay. Yeah, I'm only taking 7 damage, losing 1 plate armor. That's fine, hopefully. Let's see what the Infernal Blade gives me. Iron Wave is not bad together with this arm. Okay. And then can I deal 23 damage? That seems doable with something like Thunderclap, Pommel Strike, and a regular strike. No, not enough. Okay. So I just need 4 more. Sword Boomerang does it. Beautiful. I got a Cultist Push, and that might be useful against the boss fight. And Iron Wave has been pretty good. Let's take it. Okay. A Rage was the next thing I wanted to upgrade, right? Okay. And then maybe even the Shockwave after that. That might not be a bad idea either. Alright, here I got Snicko. Let's start with Thunderclap, Dropkick. Alright, Twin Strike, a regular strike, and then True Grit. Okay. 15. Sever Soul is interesting. Let's see what the Infernal Blade gives me. A free Bludgeon. Okay, yeah, that's pretty tempting. So close. Wait, no. Thanks to Chance Ashes, that is enough. Beautiful. Alright, Havoc, Sentinel, Perfect the Strike. I don't think Perfect the Strike is worth it. Let's take the Sentinel. I do have some this exhaust energy, so it might be useful there. And then I said I was going to upgrade the Shockwave next, right? Yeah. Can't really think of anything better to upgrade here. Alright, let me drink the Cultist Push. Now I might need it. And then let's do Rage, Carnage. I do Vulnerability. No, let's just do Carnage. And then Ghostly Armor and True Grit. I don't want to play the Wild Strike anyway. Okay, so this way I save some block with the Calipers. Alright, Shockwave is really tempting. I need, with weakness, it'll be 13 plus 10, so 23. I have 19. The Disarm alone might not be enough. I might have to drink the Essence of Steel Potion too, right? Let's do Disarm. So now it's 21. I have 19. Alright, it has to be the Essence of Steel Potion. I'll drink it gladly. Okay. Alright, another 21. This time I only have 10, 19. So I have to get rid of one of them. I don't think I can though, right? So the best I can do is Iron Wave. Thunderclap. No, there's nothing I can do. That's a bummer. I wonder if with a reload there's something I could do differently. Not really, right? Because, yeah, I already did the best I can. Yeah, nothing I could have done there. Alright, fine. Let's do Cleave here. And then, I guess I'll do Uppercut. No, yeah, let's do Uppercut next to turn of Weakness and Vulnerability. Okay. Alright, still being attacked. 25 this time. Yeah, definitely can't do the Eruption. Let's do Flame Barrier, Anger, and 17. I am fully defended, actually. Okay. Alright, this guy's summoning. Let's do Dropkick, Sword Boomerang, Twin Strike, and a regular strike. Yeah, the strength is definitely helping me. Otherwise, I think this fight would have taken much longer. But yeah, not perfecting that one turn is frustrating. Let's get rid of the regret here, upgrade everything, and then do Survivor. Okay. Alright, another bunch of incoming. Let's do Rage, Almost Strike. I guess I'll do Flame Barrier. I'm a little worried that I'm taking more damage than I'd like here. At least, again, I'm slowly accumulating more strength, so that's always nice. Let's do Thunderclap, then a Strike, and then a Defend. Could have considered doing double defense, because I am losing plated armor every time I can't defend there. Alright, this one is summoning, so let's keep this guy alive. Let's do Inflame, Bash, and Anger. Okay, so I'll take a little bit of damage, but then next time I'd have to deal with a full HP Torch Head. I only have to deal with this guy. Let's do Dropkick. Carnage is 32. That is enough to kill the backliner. Alright. Yeah, no real chance of perfecting this one. I needed to have slightly more defensive cards to be able to do that. So, speaking of defensive cards, but no, I will go for Popper. Let's skip this. And then here, I do like the extra energy, so I think I should take the Fusion Hammer. I don't want a Runic Dome, Runic Cube, I mean. I don't want Sozu. I think I'll take the Fusion Hammer. At gain energy at the start of your turn, you can longer smith the rest sets. And I feel like I already upgraded everything I need to upgrade, so hopefully that'll be fine. Alright, Awaken one at the end, and early Elite, and Late Shop. The Late Shop is useful. I can try to get some more gold before I start that. Alright, sorry about that. Took a small break. There's some ruckus outside. Alright, so 18 incoming. Let's do Flame Barrier, Ghostly Armor. I think I can do a Thunderclap, right? And let's do a Zap. Really nice to have the extra energy from Fusion Hammer and also Lantern. Alright, so here, let's get rid of the Regret, then do Dropkick, Anger. I probably should have considered targeting the Spiker a few times because I had to defend. Alright, should I risk Eruption? Not really. No, I think I don't have to rush this. Let's do Strike 1, Strike 2, and then I can do a Bash. Okay. I might just get rid of the Repulsor and just rely on my Lightning Orb. That might be an option. Yeah, let's just do Twin Strike and Uppercut. And then also chance Ashes deal 3 damage. Yeah, so I think I should be fine. With something like Shockwave and Infernal Blade. Beautiful. Alright, Bloodletting, Anger, Metallicize. Metallicize seems like a great idea. Yeah, let's pick it up. Although I do have the Awaken one at the end, but still, I think it is a very valuable power to have. Alright, let's start with Akabeko Cleave, then Carnage, and do I want to do Wild Strike? I probably should, right? Yep. Let's get this guy close to death so I can easily get rid of it. Alright, lots of incoming. Alright, let's do Disarm. I don't think I'll do the Bash. Let's double defend. Okay, I'm actually taking some damage here. I might have to trigger the Media in the Bone, actually. Alright, okay, so I can't get rid of the backliner. Let's do Thunderclap, Iron Wave, Strike. That is not quite enough, but I can do Metallicize. Okay. And now I just have to target this guy if I can before the backline comes back to life. Didn't get what I wanted here. Let's do Shockwave, Dropkick. Okay. Alright, fine. Backline's coming back. Yeah, for some reason it still feels like my deck is lacking good attack cards. I think I have to do Eruption if I want to finish this fight at any point. Alright, let's do Eruption. Then Sword... Actually, let's do Uppercut, then Sword Boomerang. Oh, wow. Okay, Backliner is at least alive with only 1 HP and I'm in Wrath. So hopefully I'll be able to do something like Infernal Blade, Bludgeon, 64. Wait, so 64 with vulnerability would be 96. So close. If only I had the Inflame active. Ah, that's a bummer. Yeah, alright. I was very close to getting overkill there. Fine. Alright, so we're buying Silver Soul Combust. I already have these two. I don't know about Combust. Yeah, it is another power, and I probably don't want it for the Awakened one, so I think I'll skip this one. Alright, 2 normalities. I do have a shop later on where I could remove one of them, and this would give me curse number 3 and 4. Let's take it. Okay. Also, I should point out yesterday a few people went for the rare relic and got wing boots out of it, although I guess in this case today it won't really help you. Okay, so here, dropkick, anger, 27. I kind of want to do Eruption here, right? Let's do Eruption. I'll risk it. Let's do Eruption. Then I have to do anger and dropkick. Let's also do disarm. Actually, I probably should have... Yeah, because of Charon's Ashes, I didn't need to do that last anger here. Alright, 20 incoming. Let's do Twin Strike. Infernal Blade gives me Clothesline. Okay, then Iron Wave and True Grit. Alright. Okay, can I deal 22 damage? Yes, I can with the Carnage. And then let's also do Uppercut. Beautiful. Alright, True Grit, Clash Armaments. I already have these two, and I still don't think I'll take the Clash. I might not. I might just give up on Skip D, and it might be too hard to get at this point. Let's do Rage, Bash, Cleave, and Anger. Alright, I save 5 block with the Calipers, so that's something. Alright, 26. There's one of the normalities. Let's do Disarm. I kind of wanted to Inflame and Uppercut for weakness. I will take a bunch of damage here. Not much I can do about that. Okay, another 29. Let's upgrade everything, then do Thunderclap. I actually think I'll double defend instead of playing the Sever Soul. Okay. Another 13. Infernal Blade gives me a Headbutt. Anything I need to Headbutt? I could Headbutt the Rage to defend a little. Let's do Headbutt the Rage, then do Pummel Strike. Oh, actually, that was somewhat useless, huh? Alright, I'll do Ghostly Armor and True Grit. Okay. And then another 13. Let's do Shockwave, Wild Strike for 28. Do I want to play the defend? No, let's do a strike. I'm losing HP, and I want to trigger the Meteor on the Bone anyway. And then here, Eruption Carnages, or actually Eruption alone was enough. Beautiful. Alright, Headbutt, Brutality, Pummel Strike. So I already had a Pummel Strike. A Headbutt I got from the Infernal Blade, right? So yeah, let's take it now. Okay. Brutality would have been great if I was going for rare cards. Alright, Reptimancer. I might struggle with the damage, although I do have the Cleave that gets rid of the minions. Beautiful. It's a Metallicize and True Grit, one of the defense to trigger the Charon's Ashes. I might consider throwing the Fear Potion here. I'm a little worried about this fight. Yeah, especially with 26 incoming. And no real way to defend here. Let's do Shockwave, Ghostly Armor, and then Iron Wave. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I needed... wait, no. I had an upgraded armor and Metallicize. Okay, so far so good. The weakness also really helped. Okay, here, let's do... I think I kind of want to headbutt the Cleave, right? Yeah, let's headbutt the Cleave. Okay. Then do... The enemy's vulnerable for quite some time. So let's do Uppercut for an extra turn of weakness, and then Sword Boomerang. Okay. Alright, 27. Let's see what the Infernal Blade gives me. Carnage. Okay, let's do Armaments. Sentinel. That is... wait, yeah, I can do Sentinel, then Cleave. So I have 821. I have to kill the backliner with the Carnage, which is a waste, but that's the only way I can fully defend. And still not being attacked. Beautiful. I think I'll just do Sever Soul and 2 strikes. Okay. Alright, another 31. There's a... unfortunately, I have the normality, right? That's going to ruin things. Let's do Dropkick. That's a bummer. Wait, so I am fully defended, but not by much. Yeah, I think I'll just do Strike and Anger. Yeah, that's unfortunate. At least I have the meat in the bone, so that definitely helps. Okay. And then here, let's do... am I actually going to die here? Let's do Rage, Disarm. 22. I have 17 plus 7 is 24. Okay, that's barely enough. Alright. I only need 11 more damage here. No more vulnerability, though. Okay. Yeah, Eruption and Thunderclap is enough. Yeah, unfortunate. Took a lot of damage. I got Singbo. When adding cards into deck, you may raise some extra by 2 instead. And Heart of Iron, that's a really good relic to have, especially for the final boss fight. I already have these two. I don't know about Heavy Blade. Let's take the max HP instead. Okay. Alright, Dark Links again. I might have to play the Eruption here, because I think otherwise I'll be in trouble. Let's do Ghostly Armor, Headbutt that Ghostly Armor for next turn, and then Disarm. Okay. Actually fully defended there. Good. Alright, so here, kind of would like to play the Bash and Cleave. Let's do Bash, Cleave. I could do Twin Strike. Actually, that's not enough. Let's just do Ghostly Armor. Although, with Ghostly Armor, if I played the Twin Strike, Ghostly Armor would have exhausted and dealt 3 extra damage to him. Alright, here let's do armaments. Wild Strike is enough for this guy. Alright. And then I guess I'll do defend and entrench. Okay. That should give me some block with the calipers. I think I'll risk the Eruption. Let's do Eruption, Sword Boomerang. Sever Soul is 32. Let's do Anger and Sever Soul. Okay. There's a chance this guy might decide not to attack me next turn. And, no, this guy attacked me, but the other one doesn't. Alright, let's do Rage, Dropkick, Metallicized, Double Defend. Okay, this guy's gonna come back to life. Yeah, this is frustrating. I really need better attack cards, and more of them too. 16, let's do Inflame, Shockwave. I actually have to play the Survivor, right? Yeah, just to be safe, let's do that. At least now everybody's vulnerable, so that might help. Okay, lots of incoming. The weakness also really helps. Let's do Infernal Blade. Rampage is not as good as I like, but it does deal 30 damage. Let's get a review. Then do Carnage. Carnage. Yeah, let's Carnage you. And then True Grit. Okay, so now I just need 23 damage with Vulnerability while in Wrath. That should be very doable with any decent attack. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, got a Dex Potion, which I'll probably take over the Smoke Bomb. I don't think I need a Smoke Bomb Potion there. Rage, Wild Strike, Warcry. I already have these two. Let's take the Warcry, I guess. Okay. And then here, I cannot upgrade anything, so I have to heal back up to full HP. Here, I got Whetstone up, pick up 2 random attacks. That's Sever Soul and Strike upgraded. Okay, the Sever Soul upgrade is actually really nice. Alright, Maul. Let's start with a Disarm, Pummel Strike. Let's do Sever Soul and Headbutt. Probably the Sever Soul, why not? If I get a Normality, that'll be a good way to get rid of it. Okay, big attack, 22 incoming. Let's weaken it down with Uppercut, and I think I'll just do Sever Soul here. Okay. Alright, it's not enough to trigger the meat on the bone yet, right? Alright, let's do Twin Strike, Cleave, and let's see what the Warcry gives me. Yeah, nothing super useful. I'll wait. Okay. Alright, here, let's upgrade everything, then do Strike, Ghostly Armor, Sentinel. Alright. 25, let's do Inflame. I'm actually starting to get a little worried. I think I'll do 1 Entrench and a Strike here. Okay. Still have to deal a lot of damage. 15 incoming. Trigger is fine. Let's do Bash, Dropkick. I don't think I can do Eruption here. I'll take way too much damage. So I think I'll just do Iron Wave and True Grit. Probably the... Not the Eruption. I might need it on the reshuffle. Okay, it's only going to get worse from here. Let's do Shockwave, Infernal Blade, and Sword Boomerang. Okay. So I don't have to do with the Normalities, although I might reshuffle them again. Alright, let's do Metallicize, Survivor. I do the Entrench. So I have 15 right now. No, I think it's more important to deal damage with Carnage and Anger. Okay. 30. That is a lot. That is a lot. Do I have enough damage? That's 36 plus another 20. That's 40. 56 plus another 28. That's 84. That should be enough, right? So Twin Strike, Wild Strike, and... Okay, phew. That was a surprisingly difficult fight. Right. Cleave, Metallicized Armaments. I already have all of them, so let's take the max HP instead. And then here, at least I can heal back up to full. Okay. And then here, no. Cannot lose 1600 gold, only to have a shop right after. Here, I will first remove the Normality. I am going for Highlander rather than Curses at this point. And I can buy everything else, right? Let's take Ceramic Fish. When we add a card to a deck, gain 9 gold. Ornamental Fan, every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. And Cauldron Up, and pick up Bruce 5 random potions. Second Heart of Iron is really tempting. Let's do that. Do I also want an Essence of Steel? You know what? Let's take it. So that way I'll have 5 plated armor plus another 4. That's 9 plus another 12. That might help me. So the potions here might save me. In terms of cards, not a huge fan. I probably don't really need Rupture. I don't have any self-damage cards, right? Yeah, none whatsoever. Alright, other than the Regret, of course. So I don't think I'll take it. Hemokinesis, I could take it together with that, but there's no way to get to 50 cards anyway, so... Yeah, I don't think I'll do anything else here. It's a waste. I have so much gold left over, but... fine, let's take the Intimidate. That at least should be useful. Okay. Alright, last question mark room. I cannot do this, right? So I would have theoretically been able to pull off curses, but yeah, let's just gain the gold without taking the curse. Okay. Alright, so I feel confident only because I have so many good potions here. So drink this and this and this. So this way I have 21 block every turn. That is a lot. And I can apply Disarm. That's really nice. Alright, let's do Headbutt, Iron Wave, Strike, and Zap. So I would like to play a power, and I think that power should be the Metallicize. I don't think I'll play... there's another power I had, right? The Inflame. I probably don't need that. So here, let's do Carnage to get a review. I actually do need a little bit of block, so let's do Wild Strike and Sentinel. Okay. Actually, I could have probably just played another attack, right? Alright, so 12, 21. I am fully defended here. Let's do Uppercut, Sword Boomerang, Intimidate. Why not? And then go see Armor. Okay. Actually, I just need to exhaust one more card to get rid of the cultist here. Alright, yeah, let's do Shockwave, Rage to not lose it, and then do Sever Soul. At least that way I get rid of the curse. Okay. I think I should be fine, right? Let's do Dropkick. Upgrade everything. Infernal Blade gives me Clothesline, which is great. Let's do Bash, Clothesline, and then True Good to Regret. Okay. Yeah, I think this should be fine. I do want to play the Metallicize after that. Actually, I still think I should be fine, right? Let's do Metallicize, Entrench, Thunderclap. I might even be able to accumulate some block with the Calipers. If I get this much block every turn. Yeah, look at that. Flame Barrier, Twin Strike, Anger, or yeah, Anger, Defend. I think that I should be fine here, so I'm going to speed this up. I'll be back with a victory. I don't think the enemy can touch me anymore. Alright, I felt so confident that I was even able to enter Wrath right after the transformation. I still had so much block because I used the Entrench a few times, so yeah, that was beautiful. I think the potions really helped me. Without them, I might have had a lot of trouble, so I'm very happy with that. 1059, not the best score, but not horrible either. Out of the 3 elites, I perfected only the Act 1 elite, the Sentries, and then I did get 2 of the 3 bosses, only missed the Act 2 boss. I was able to get raining money thanks to normality events, still got Highlander by removing them. I could have gone for curses. I don't think I would have been able to get a lot of collector bonuses, though. I think that would have been difficult, although if I knew I was going to be able to get curses and collectors, I might have considered taking the bites and the apparitions, although that might have made the run harder. Although theoretically, that would have given me 5 extra cards each, so 10 cards. That would have allowed me to get the Encyclopedia modifier, although I guess I would have lost 3 strikes, but I did reject a lot of cards. So I think theoretically Encyclopedian, together with at least 1 collector bonus or 2 would have been possible. So who knows? Maybe it is actually better to go for collector bonuses this time. No way to really get overkill or combo, unfortunately. If I had a body slam towards the end, that would have been great, but unfortunately I didn't get one. 1059 should not be a horrible score. Let's see where that puts me in the rankings. Okay, yeah, I'm tied with a bunch of people at 18th place right now. So yeah, I am 21st, but yeah, tied with 18th place. Wasn't I tied with... no, Cyberfox has 2 points less than me. That is interesting. So I'm very surprised. Usually with certain future, you would expect all the runs to be exactly identical. Cyberfox having 1 less regular fight than me means he probably had 1 more question mark room. Not 100% sure how that happened, but yeah, let me know in the comments what you did there. Although I do see a few people away from each other by 2 points, so it might be something with RNG where some people got yeah, I'm not sure why. Some people must have gotten a regular fight, other people must have gotten a question mark room. If I had perfected 1 more boss, that would have been 1159. Nobody has that score, and then, you know, theoretically it is possible to get a higher score, but it wouldn't be super easy. But again, it is early in the day, so let me in the comments what you did. Let's read the scores from yesterday. Alright, so yesterday was a silent run with the Curse Run, Control Chaos, and Binary modifiers, and yeah, everyone would have been able to get stuffed in the Curse modifier, and then it did come down to collector bonuses, as I suspected. I decided to go for Highlander, and I failed. Some people got Highlander, but the people who did really well were able to get a lot of collector bonuses. So you have Gemino here with 1612, an amazing score. Gemino perfected 6 of the 7 leads. All the bosses got 3 collector bonuses, including 1 on the Blade Dance, and that together with having 12 strength at the end made the run much easier for him. He was also able to get Encyclopedia and pretty much everything else. Overkill combo, Popper, the time modifier, Mr. Machine, Money, thanks to the normality event, which I and others who went for Highlander mostly rejected, as well as the Alex Shiny modifier. So yeah, almost perfect score from Gemino. Congratulations. Then you have George at 1565. Grimgoth and Steven are tied at 1562. I would have been able to get 1562 if I had perfected a boss and also gotten Highlander, so theoretically possible. And then, oh, actually, I should mention, so Grimgoth commented that he perfected 5 of the 7 leads, all the bosses. Did not get Highlander, interestingly, but was able to get 3 collector bonuses, including Encyclopedia, so that basically makes up the lost points from Highlander. Also was able to get the money modifier thanks to the normality event, as well as Overkill and Popper. Did not get combo, though. That was not easy to get yesterday. Then you have Pelts with 1542. Pelts perfected 8 of the 8 elites. So for some people, they were able to get wing boots from that Mind Bloom event. So if you remember Mind Bloom, people who went for collectibles took the normalities to get extra gold. I actually took the upgrade all cards option because I thought that was fun. I did not think of the fact that theoretically you can get wing boots out of that first option of fighting an Act 1 boss. And yeah, Pelts and Alex were able to get wing boots from that, and that allowed him to get 1 extra elite. Now Pelts, just like me, did miss the Highlander modifier by getting a duplicate curse towards the end, so theoretically could have had an extra 100 points. Was able to get overkill thanks to a corpse explosion, but then also removed it to get Popper, and then also did not get the combo modifier. But yeah, theoretically, if I had gotten lucky with that coin toss, who had 1642, yeah, that would have been an amazing score. But yeah, unfortunately, did get a little unlucky towards the end there. The next you have Wonder Monkey with 1487. Goldberry got 1462. So I would have tied Goldberry with 1462 if I had perfected, or if I hadn't lost that coin toss and had gotten Highlander. Goldberry did perfect 5 of the 7 elites on all the bosses, and then didn't even bother about Highlander. Embraced the curses, so was able to get 2 collectibles, and of course didn't get Highlander. But yeah, great score, and actually sat her down there with 1462 too. Then you have David with 1460. You can check out his Twitch stream if you're interested. David perfected 5 of the 7 elites, 2 of the 3 bosses, and was able to get a record of 5 collector bonuses. Congratulations. Alex ended up with 1440. Alex perfected 7 of the 8 elites. Yeah, just like Pelts, Alex was able to get wing boots from the Mind Bloom event. Was able to get all the bosses, and then just like me, got a duplicate curse at the end. Was trying to go for Highlander. Otherwise, was able to get money. Took the normality event, although mentioned that he would have been able to get Highlander if he didn't take the normality. So I suspect the last boss might have given him an extra normality, even though he was able to remove the 2 he had. It just wasn't enough. Then you have Nick here with 1439. The next you have the Dark and Cyberfox tied at 1437. Missing top 100, you have Roland with 1412. Cosmino with 1387. And then me here with 1362. So I perfected 7 of the 7 elites, but I did miss the Act 2 boss. Nothing I could have done there. I also missed Highlander by getting a duplicate Parasite towards the end. That was my 5th curse, and one of the curses was the Curse of the Belt, right? So it was a 70% chance of not getting a unique curse and or getting a duplicate, and I didn't hit that, unfortunately. I also missed Overkill and Combo. I only got the Time Modifier, Mr. Machine, Popper, and I Like Shiny. Wildfire commented that on the Switch version you had purple cards instead of the Control Chaos cards, which I do think does make for a more fun run. Control Chaos, as Kyle mentioned, is not his favorite run modifier. It's not the worst, but yeah, it is a lot of luck dependent. Anyway, that's it for yesterday. Let me know in the comments what you did for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.